Hello, my dear friend. I want you to take a deep breath with me right now. Just breathe in slowly and let it out gently. There you are. I'm so glad you're here today, and I want you to know that your being here is no accident. Something inside you has been calling for change, for something more, for a life that feels truly yours. Perhaps you've been feeling lost, like you're wandering through life without a clear direction. Maybe you've been dreaming of things you want, but they feel so far away, so impossible to reach. Or perhaps you've tried visualization before, but it just didn't seem to work the way everyone said it would. I understand that feeling completely. There was a time in my own life when I felt like I was floating through my days without any real purpose or direction. I had dreams, yes, but they felt more like fairy tales than real possibilities. I would try to picture what I wanted, but my mind would wander, or worse, it would fill with all the reasons why I couldn't have what I desired. The voice in my head would say things like, "Who are you to want that?" Or "People like you don't get to have those kinds of dreams." Sound familiar? What I've learned over the years, through my own journey and through working with thousands of beautiful souls just like you, is that this struggle is so very common. We live in a world that often teaches us to focus on what's wrong, what's missing, what we can't have. From the time we're small children, we hear messages about being realistic, not getting our hopes up, not wanting too much. These messages get planted deep in our minds like seeds, and over time, they grow into beliefs that block us from seeing and creating the life we truly want. But here's what I know to be absolutely true. You have within you right now everything you need to create a life that brings you joy, fulfillment, and peace. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you will ever possess. And when you learn to use it with love and intention, magic begins to happen. Not the kind of magic that requires you to be perfect or special or different from who you are, but the everyday magic that comes from aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what your heart truly desires. Today, we're going to explore something beautiful together. We're going to learn about visualization in a way that feels real, achievable, and deeply nurturing to your soul. This isn't about forcing anything or trying to make something happen through sheer willpower. This is about coming home to yourself, to your natural ability to dream and create, and learning to trust that the universe is always conspiring to help you. I want you to know that wherever you are right now in your life, whatever struggles you're facing, whatever dreams you're carrying, you are exactly where you need to be. This moment is your starting point, not your limitation. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be further along than you are. You just need to be willing to open your heart to new possibilities and to treat yourself with the same kindness you would show a dear friend. As we spend this time together, I invite you to let go of any pressure to get this right or to have immediate results. Think of this as a gentle conversation between friends, where you can relax, be yourself, and absorb what feels true for you. Some things might resonate deeply right away, and others might plant seeds that will bloom later. Both are perfect. Trust yourself to know what you need. Now let's talk about what visualization really means, because I think there's been a lot of confusion about this beautiful practice. When most people hear the word visualization, they think it means sitting quietly and trying to create perfect movie-like images in their mind of what they want. They think they need to see every detail clearly, in full color, like watching a film. And when they can't do that, when their mind wanders or the images feel fuzzy, they think they're doing it wrong. But that's not what true visualization is at all. Visualization is so much more than just creating pictures in your mind. It's about connecting with the feeling of what you want to experience. It's about imagining not just how something would look, but how it would feel to live it, to be it, to have it as part of your daily reality. Some people are naturally visual and can see clear images easily. Others are more feeling-oriented, or they hear words and sounds, or they just have a sense of knowing. All of these ways are perfect and powerful. Think about when you remember a wonderful day from your past. You don't just see it like a photograph, do you? You remember how it felt to be there, the emotions you experienced, the sense of joy or peace or excitement that filled you. You might remember sounds, smells, the feeling of sunlight on your skin, or the way someone's laughter made you feel light inside. That's the kind of rich, full-bodied remembering that we want to cultivate when we're visualizing our future. The truth is, you're already visualizing all the time. Every time you worry about something that might happen, you're using your imagination to create detailed scenarios in your mind. Every time you daydream about your weekend plans or think about how good dinner is going to taste, you're visualizing. The only difference is that most of us have become really good at visualizing what we don't want, and we need to gently train ourselves to become just as skilled at visualizing what we do want. Your mind doesn't know the difference between something you're remembering, something you're experiencing right now, and something you're imagining for the future. When you think about biting into a sour lemon, your mouth starts to water. When you think about a scary situation, your heart might start to beat faster. Your body responds to your thoughts as if they were real experiences. This is actually wonderful news because it means that when you visualize positive, loving experiences for yourself, your body, and your subconscious mind, begin to align with those experiences as if they were already happening. But here's where many people get stuck. They try to visualize from a place of lack, desperation, or fear. They focus so hard on what they don't have that even their dreams feel heavy and forced. Or they try to control exactly how and when their dreams will manifest, which creates tension and resistance. True visualization comes from a place of love, joy, and trust. It's like playing, like being a child again who can dream without limits or judgment. Another misconception is that visualization is somehow selfish, or that wanting good things for yourself means you're taking away from others. This couldn't be further from the truth. When you create a life that brings you joy and fulfillment, you become a light in the world. You have more love to give, more energy to share, more wisdom to offer. The world needs you to be happy, to be thriving, to be living your dreams. Your joy doesn't diminish anyone else's possibilities. It actually expands them. I also want to address the belief that some people are just naturally lucky or gifted, while others have to struggle. This simply isn't true. What appears to be luck is usually the result of someone aligning their thoughts, feelings, and actions with what they want to create. They've learned to expect good things, to notice opportunities, and to take inspired action when it presents itself. These are skills that anyone can develop with practice and patience. Before we can create clear, powerful visions for our future, we need to clear away the old thoughts and beliefs that are cluttering up our mental space. Think of your mind like a beautiful canvas that you want to paint on. If that canvas is already covered with old paint, smudges, and marks from past paintings, it's hard to create something new and fresh. You need to gently clean the canvas first. The old marks on your mental canvas are the limiting beliefs you've picked up over the years. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve good things, life is hard, good things don't happen to people like me, or I always mess things up. These beliefs didn't start out as your own thoughts. They came from other people, from experiences you had, from messages you received when you were young and impressionable. But over time, you've repeated them so often that they feel like truth. The beautiful thing is that just as you learn these beliefs, you can unlearn them. Just as you painted these marks on your canvas, you can gently wash them away and start fresh. This doesn't happen overnight. and it doesn't require you to fight against your old thoughts or judge yourself for having them. It's a gentle process of becoming aware of these thoughts when they arise and choosing to think something more loving instead. One of the most common limiting beliefs that blocks clear visualization is the feeling that you don't deserve good things. This might show up as thoughts like, "Who am I to want that?" Or, "People like me don't get to have those kinds of dreams." This belief often comes from childhood experiences where you might have been told to be grateful for what you have and not ask for more, or where you learned that wanting things was selfish or greedy. But the truth is, you are a magnificent being who deserves all the love, joy, abundance, and fulfillment that life has to offer. You didn't come into this world to struggle and suffer. You came here to grow, to love, to create, to experience the fullness of what it means to be human. The universe wants to give you good things. It's your birthright to be happy and fulfilled. Another common block is the belief that you have to earn or prove yourself worthy of your dreams. This creates a feeling of pressure and striving that actually pushes away what you want. When you're trying so hard to be good enough, you're coming from a place of lack rather than wholeness. True visualization comes from knowing that you are already worthy, already enough, already deserving of love and good things just because you exist. Past experiences can also cloud your ability to visualize clearly. If you've been hurt or disappointed before, part of you might be afraid to dream big again. It feels safer to keep your expectations low so you won't be disappointed. But when you protect yourself from disappointment, you also protect yourself from joy. The key is learning to open your heart again while also being gentle with yourself in the process. Sometimes the inner critic becomes very loud when you start to visualize what you want. It might say things like, "That's impossible, you'll never be able to do that," or "Stop being so foolish." This voice isn't trying to hurt you. It's actually trying to protect you from what it perceives as danger, but it's using outdated information and old fears to make its decisions. When you notice this critical voice, you can thank it for trying to protect you and then gently redirect your attention back to what you want to create. You might say something like, "Thank you for your concern, but I'm safe to dream and create good things for myself." Then return to your vision with love and compassion for yourself. The process of clearing your mental canvas is ongoing. It's not something you do once and then you're finished. As you grow and evolve, new layers of old beliefs might surface to be healed. This is actually a beautiful thing because it means you're becoming more and more free to be your authentic self and to create from a place of love rather than fear. One gentle way to begin clearing these old beliefs is simply to notice them without judgment. When you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought, you can pause and ask yourself, "Is this thought helping me create what I want?" If the answer is no, you can choose to think something more supportive instead. This takes practice, but it becomes easier over time. You can also begin each visualization session by setting an intention to release anything that doesn't serve your highest good. You might say something like, "I now release all thoughts and beliefs that block me from seeing and creating my highest good. I open my mind and heart to new possibilities." This creates space for fresh, loving thoughts to take root. Another beautiful practice is to spend some time in gratitude before you begin visualizing. When you focus on what you're already grateful for in your life, you naturally shift into a more positive, receptive state of mind. Gratitude is like a gentle cleanser for your thoughts. It reminds you of all the good that's already present and opens you up to receiving even more. As you practice clearing your mental canvas, be very patient and gentle with yourself. This is sacred work, and it deserves to be approached with love and compassion. You're not trying to force anything or make yourself perfect. You're simply creating space for your natural ability to dream and create to flourish once again. Now that we've begun to clear away the old thoughts that no longer serve us, we need to address something that is absolutely fundamental to successful visualization: your relationship with yourself. You see, my dear, the way you feel about yourself is the foundation upon which all of your dreams are built. If that foundation is shaky, if it's built on self-criticism and feelings of unworthiness, then no matter how clearly you visualize or how hard you try, your creations will feel unstable and temporary. Self-love isn't a luxury or something you get to when you have time. It's the very ground from which all lasting change grows. When you truly love and accept yourself, you naturally begin to expect good things. You start to believe that you deserve happiness, success, and fulfillment. This belief becomes like a magnet that draws positive experiences into your life. But I know that for many of you, the idea of loving yourself might feel foreign or even uncomfortable. Perhaps you were taught that loving yourself is selfish, or that you should focus on loving others instead. Maybe you learned that you had to earn love by being perfect, achieving certain things, or making other people happy. These are such common experiences, and they create a deep wound in our relationship with ourselves. The truth is that you cannot give what you do not have. If your well of self-love is empty, you'll eventually run dry trying to love and care for others. But when you fill your own well first, when you treat yourself with kindness and compassion, you have an endless supply of love to share with the world. Loving yourself is actually one of the most generous things you can do. Self-love begins with self-acceptance. This means accepting yourself exactly as you are right now, not as you think you should be or as you might become someday. It means looking at all your imperfections, your struggles, your mistakes, and your quirks, and saying, "This is me, and I am worthy of love." This doesn't mean you stop growing or improving. It means you stop making your worth conditional on being different than you are. One of the most powerful ways to build self-love is through the practice of speaking to yourself the way you would speak to a beloved friend or child. Notice how you talk to yourself throughout the day. Are you kind and encouraging, or are you critical and harsh? Most of us have developed a habit of internal criticism that we would never dream of using with someone we care about. But we can change this habit with gentle persistence. When you catch yourself being self-critical, pause and ask yourself, "What would I say to a dear friend who was in this situation?" Then say those same loving words to yourself. If you make a mistake, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid," you might say, "I'm learning, and it's okay to make mistakes." If you're struggling with something, instead of saying, "I should be able to handle this," you might say, "This is challenging, and I'm doing the best I can." Another aspect of self-love that's crucial for visualization is learning to trust yourself. You have an inner wisdom that knows what's right for you, what will bring you joy, and what direction you should move in. But if you've spent years doubting yourself or looking to others for validation, you might have lost touch with this inner guidance. Your desires themselves are actually guidance from your inner wisdom, the things you feel drawn to, the dreams that light you up, the visions that bring you joy when you think about them. These aren't random. They're your soul's way of showing you the direction of your growth and fulfillment. When you honor these desires instead of dismissing them, you're honoring the wisdom of your own heart. Building self-worth also means recognizing that you don't have to be perfect to deserve good things. You don't have to have all your issues resolved, all your fears conquered, or all your goals achieved before you're worthy of love and happiness. You are worthy right now, in this moment, exactly as you are. Your worthiness isn't something you earn, it's something you were born with. Sometimes people resist self-love because they think it will make them complacent or lazy. They worry that if they accept themselves as they are, they'll stop trying to improve. But the opposite is actually true. When you love yourself, you naturally want to take good care of yourself. You want to grow and evolve because it feels good, not because you're trying to fix something that's wrong with you. As you develop a more loving relationship with yourself, you'll notice that your capacity to receive good things expands. When you truly believe you deserve love, opportunities for love show up in your life. When you know you're worthy of success, you begin to notice possibilities you might have overlooked before. Your outer world begins to reflect the love and respect you're showing yourself. This is why affirmations focused on self-love and self-worth are so powerful. When you regularly tell yourself, "I love and accept myself completely," "I am worthy of all good things," or "I deserve to be happy and fulfilled," you're literally rewiring your brain to expect and receive good experiences. You're training your subconscious mind to look for evidence that supports these loving beliefs about yourself. Now that we've established this foundation of self-love and worthiness, we can explore the beautiful art of clear visualization. This is where the magic really begins to happen, where your dreams start to take shape and feel real in your mind and heart. The first thing to understand about effective visualization is that it's not about creating perfect mental movies. It's about creating an experience in your mind that feels real and alive. Think about the difference between looking at a photograph of a beach and actually being at the beach. The photograph might be beautiful, but being at the beach engages all your senses. You feel the warm sand between your toes, hear the rhythm of the waves, smell the salt air, feel the gentle breeze on your skin. This full sensory experience is what we're aiming for in visualization. Begin by finding a quiet, comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. This doesn't have to be perfect or special. Even a few minutes sitting in your car or in a corner of your bedroom will work. The important thing is that you feel safe and relaxed. Close your eyes gently and take a few slow, deep breaths. Let your body settle and release any tension you might be holding. Now, bring to mind something you'd like to create or experience in your life. Start with something that feels achievable and exciting, but not so big that it triggers a lot of doubt or fear. Maybe it's a new job, a loving relationship, improved health, or a peaceful home environment. Whatever you choose, make sure it's something that brings you joy when you think about it. Instead of trying to see this desire like a movie, begin by focusing on how it would feel to already have this experience in your life. If it's a new job, how would you feel waking up each morning knowing you get to go to work at a place you love? What emotions would fill your heart? Perhaps excitement, gratitude, confidence, or a sense of purpose. Really allow yourself to feel these emotions as if they were happening right now. Next, begin to add sensory details, but don't worry if they don't come clearly at first. If you're visualizing a new job, you might sense what it feels like to walk into your new workplace. Maybe you feel confident and excited. You might sense the smell of fresh coffee, hear the friendly chatter of colleagues, or feel the satisfaction of working on projects that matter to you. Some details might come as images, others as sounds, feelings, or just a sense of knowing. The key is to make the experience feel as real and present as possible. Instead of thinking, "Someday I'll have this job," think, "I love my fulfilling work. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to use my talents in a way that brings me joy." Speak about your vision as if it's already happening, using present tense language that makes it feel immediate and real. As you continue to build your visualization, pay attention to the emotions that arise. If you feel joy, excitement, gratitude, or peace, you're on the right track. These positive emotions are like fuel for your manifestation. They tell your subconscious mind that this experience is desirable and worth creating. But if you notice doubt, fear, or anxiety creeping in, Don't judge yourself. Simply acknowledge these feelings and gently return your attention to the positive aspects of your vision. One powerful technique is to add movement to your visualization. Instead of just seeing yourself in your new job, feel yourself walking confidently through your day, shaking hands with new colleagues, sitting comfortably at your desk, or presenting ideas in a meeting. Movement makes the experience feel more dynamic and real. Another beautiful way to enhance your visualization is to include other people's reactions. How do your loved ones respond when you share the good news about your new job? What does it feel like to see their joy and pride? How does it feel to know that your happiness is contributing to the happiness of those around you? These social aspects of your vision can make it feel more complete and compelling. Don't worry about getting every detail exactly right or about controlling exactly how your vision will manifest. The universe is infinitely creative and can bring your desires to you in ways that are even better than what you can think of. Your job is to get clear on the essence of what you want, the feelings, the quality of the experience, the impact on your life, and trust that the details will unfold beautifully. Practice this visualization regularly, but keep it joyful rather than effortful. Some days your visualization might feel vivid and exciting. Other days it might feel gentler and more subtle. Both are perfect. The key is consistency and the loving attention you bring to your dreams. As you develop this practice, you'll begin to notice how powerfully your thoughts influence your entire being. This brings us to understanding the beautiful connection between your mind, body, and spirit, and how they all work together to create your reality. Your thoughts are not just abstract mental events that happen in isolation. They are living energy that moves through your entire being, creating ripples of change in your emotions, your physical body, and your energy field. When you think a loving thought about yourself, you can actually feel your body relax and your heart open. When you think a fearful thought, you might notice your muscles tense and your breathing become shallow. This is the mind-body connection in action. Every thought you think sends a signal through your nervous system. Positive, loving thoughts activate the part of your nervous system that promotes healing, creativity, and well-being. They release beneficial hormones and neurotransmitters that make you feel good and support your health. Negative, fearful thoughts activate your stress response, which can suppress your immune system, cloud your thinking, and make you feel disconnected from your natural joy and vitality. This is why visualization is so much more than just daydreaming. When you visualize positive experiences for yourself, you're literally training your body to feel good. You're creating new neural pathways that support optimism, confidence, and openness to receiving good things. Your body begins to align with the reality you're creating in your mind. The emotions you feel during visualization are particularly important because emotions are the bridge between thought and physical reality. When you feel genuine joy about your visualized future, your body produces the chemistry of joy. When you feel deep gratitude for what you're creating, your system aligns with the energy of abundance and appreciation. These emotional states become magnetic, drawing experiences that match their frequency into your life. Your breath is one of the most powerful tools you have for connecting your mind and body during visualization. When you breathe slowly and deeply, you signal to your nervous system that you're safe and relaxed. This creates the optimal state for creative visualization and manifestation. Try breathing in for a count of 4, holding gently for a count of 4, and breathing out for a count of 6. This activates your relaxation response and helps you enter a receptive, creative state. As you breathe consciously during your visualization practice, you're also breathing life into your dreams. Each breath carries your vision deeper into your cellular memory, into your energy field, into the very fabric of your being. You're literally breathing your future into existence with each conscious, loving breath. Your physical posture also affects the quality of your visualization. When you sit or lie down in a way that feels comfortable and dignified, you're sending a message to your subconscious that you respect yourself and your dreams. Your body becomes a vessel for your vision, holding space for it to grow and develop. Notice how different emotions create different sensations in your body. Joy might feel light and expansive in your chest. Gratitude might create a warm, flowing sensation through your heart. Excitement might feel like gentle electricity moving through your limbs. Love might feel like a soft, glowing warmth throughout your entire being. As you become more aware of these physical sensations, you can use them to deepen and enhance your visualizations. Your energy field, which extends beyond your physical body, also plays a crucial role in manifestation. When you're aligned with positive thoughts and feelings, your energy becomes more coherent and attractive. You literally begin to vibrate at the frequency of what you want to create. This energetic alignment helps you notice opportunities, attract supportive people, and find yourself in the right place at the right time. This mind-body-spirit connection means that taking care of your physical body supports your ability to visualize and manifest. When you eat nourishing foods, get adequate rest, move your body in ways that feel good, and spend time in nature, you're creating the optimal conditions for your dreams to flourish. Your body becomes a strong, healthy foundation for your visions to build upon. Understanding this connection also helps you recognize that manifestation is not just a mental process. It involves your whole being, your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body, and your spirit all working together in harmony. When all aspects of yourself are aligned with your vision, manifestation becomes natural and effortless, like a flower blooming in perfect conditions. Now that you understand how powerfully your mind, body, and spirit work together, let's explore how to weave visualization and manifestation into the rhythm of your daily life. The most profound transformations happen not through occasional grand gestures, but through small, consistent practices that gradually reshape your inner landscape and outer reality. Your morning routine sets the tone for your entire day, making it the perfect time to connect with your visions and dreams. You don't need hours of free time or perfect conditions. Even just 5 or 10 minutes can create a powerful shift in your energy and focus. When you first wake up, before you check your phone or start thinking about your to-do list, take a moment to breathe deeply and connect with gratitude for the new day you've been given. This is a beautiful time to revisit your vision, not as something you need to work hard to achieve, but as something you're already moving toward naturally. Spend a few moments feeling into the reality you're creating. Let yourself experience the emotions of already living your dream. Feel the joy, the peace, the excitement, or whatever positive emotions your vision brings up for you. This morning connection plants seeds of possibility that will grow throughout your day. You might also use this time to speak some loving affirmations that support your vision. Choose words that feel authentic and uplifting to you. Something like, "This is going to be a wonderful day filled with opportunities," or "I am open to receiving all the good that life has for me," or "I trust that everything is working out perfectly for my highest good." Let these words sink into your heart rather than just saying them mechanically. Throughout your day, you can practice what I like to call mini visualizations. These are brief moments where you connect with your vision and feel into its reality. Maybe while you're waiting in line at the store, stuck in traffic, or taking a short break at work. Instead of letting your mind wander to worries or complaints, you can use these moments to reinforce your positive vision and feel gratitude for the good things that are coming into your life. Keeping a manifestation journal is another powerful daily practice that can accelerate your results. This isn't about writing long, complicated entries every day. It's about creating a loving record of your journey and your growth. You might write about what you visualized that morning, any synchronicities or positive signs you noticed during the day, or simply 3 things you're grateful for. When you write about your vision as if it's already happening, you're programming your subconscious mind to look for ways to make it real. You can also use your journal to track the small steps you're taking toward your dreams. Every action you take that aligns with your vision, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. Did you apply for a job that excites you? Write about it. Did you have a conversation that opened a new possibility? Record it. Did you simply choose to think more positively about your situation? That counts too. These small acknowledgments help you see that you're already making progress, even when the big changes haven't appeared yet. Creating visual reminders of your dreams can be a joyful and inspiring practice. This might be a vision board with images that represent what you want to create, but it could also be as simple as a photo on your phone, a meaningful object on your desk, or a word written on a sticky note where you'll see it regularly. These reminders aren't magic talismans, they're gentle prompts that help you remember to align your thoughts and energy with what you want to create. Your evening routine is equally important for supporting your manifestation practice. Before you go to sleep, take a few moments to review your day with love and appreciation. Acknowledge yourself for any positive choices you made, any moments of joy you experienced, or any progress you made toward your dreams. This isn't about being perfect or having accomplished everything on your list. It's about recognizing the good that already exists in your life and celebrating your commitment to growth. As you prepare for sleep, you can also send your vision into your subconscious mind to work on while you rest. Your subconscious is most receptive during the transition between waking and sleeping, making this an ideal time for gentle visualization. Don't make it complicated or effortful. Simply bring your vision to mind with love and gratitude. Feel into the joy of it, and then release it with trust, knowing that your inner wisdom will continue working on it while you sleep. Consistency is more important than perfection in these practices. It's better to spend 5 minutes each day connecting with your vision than to do an hour-long visualization session once a week. Your subconscious mind responds to repetition and regularity. Each time you return to your positive vision, you're strengthening the neural pathways that support its manifestation. As you develop these daily practices, you may encounter moments of resistance, doubt, or setbacks. This is completely natural and nothing to worry about. In fact, resistance often appears when you're on the verge of a breakthrough, when your old patterns are fighting to maintain their familiar territory in your mind. Resistance might show up as thoughts like, "This isn't working," "I'm fooling myself," or "Good things don't happen to people like me." It might manifest as feeling unmotivated to do your visualization practice, or as a sudden urgency to focus on problems instead of possibilities. Sometimes resistance appears as external challenges that seem to contradict your vision or make it feel impossible. When resistance arises, the most important thing is not to fight against it or judge yourself for experiencing it. Resistance is like a small child who is afraid of change, even when that change would be wonderful. It needs gentle reassurance, not harsh criticism. You can acknowledge the resistance by saying something like, "I notice I'm feeling doubtful right now, and that's okay. It's natural to feel uncertain when I'm creating something new." Remember that resistance is often a sign that you're growing beyond your old limitations. Your comfort zone is expanding, and sometimes that feels scary to the part of you that prefers familiar territory. This is actually a positive sign. even though it might not feel comfortable in the moment. You're pushing against the boundaries of what you've previously believed was possible for yourself. When you encounter setbacks or delays in your manifestation, try to see them as course corrections rather than failures. Sometimes what appears to be a setback is actually the universe's way of preparing you for something even better than what you originally envisioned. Maybe you need to develop certain skills, meet specific people, or heal certain aspects of yourself before you're ready to receive your dream. Other times, setbacks help you clarify what you really want. Maybe you thought you wanted a particular job, but when it doesn't work out, you realize you actually want something different that would bring you more joy. Trust that your inner wisdom and the intelligence of the universe are always working together to bring you what truly serves your highest good. Patience becomes your ally during challenging times. In our fast-paced world, we often expect immediate results, but true transformation usually happens gradually, layer by layer. Think of how a tree grows. You don't see dramatic changes from day to day, but over time, tiny daily increments of growth create a magnificent, strong tree. Your dreams are growing in the same way, even when you can't see the progress clearly. During difficult periods, focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your attitude, and your daily practices. You can't control the timing of your manifestation or exactly how it will unfold, but you can control how you respond to challenges and how consistently you align with your vision. This inner stability becomes the foundation from which your dreams can grow. One of the most powerful ways to work with resistance is to increase your self-love and self-compassion during challenging times. When things aren't going as you hoped, it's tempting to be hard on yourself or to think you're doing something wrong. But this self-criticism only creates more resistance and blocks the flow of good things into your life. Instead, treat yourself with the same kindness you would show a dear friend who was struggling. As you continue to practice visualization and work through resistance with love and patience, something beautiful begins to happen. You start to embody the energy of your vision even before it fully manifests in your external reality. This is one of the most magical aspects of the manifestation process. You begin to live as if your dreams are already true. Living as if doesn't mean pretending or being unrealistic about your current circumstances. It means aligning your energy, your choices, and your daily actions with the person you're becoming and the life you're creating. When you embody the essence of your vision, you naturally begin to make decisions and take actions that support its manifestation. If your vision involves having more confidence, you can start practicing confidence in small ways right now. Maybe you speak up in a meeting when you would normally stay quiet, or you wear something that makes you feel good about yourself. If your dream involves having more abundance, you can start treating yourself with more generosity and appreciation. Maybe you buy yourself flowers, take a relaxing bath, or simply acknowledge all the abundance that already exists in your life. This embodiment practice helps bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Instead of waiting until everything is perfect to start feeling good, you choose to feel good now and let that positive energy magnetize your dreams to you. You realize that the joy, peace, confidence, or love you're seeking isn't something you'll get when your vision manifests. It's something you can cultivate and experience right now. Pay attention to the small choices you make throughout each day, because these choices are constantly creating your reality. How do you speak to yourself? How do you treat your body? How do you respond to challenges? How do you interact with others? Each choice either moves you closer to or further from your vision. When you make choices from the energy of your desired reality, you accelerate its manifestation. Start noticing the synchronicities and signs that appear in your life as you embody your vision more fully. These might be unexpected opportunities, helpful people who cross your path, resources that become available, or simply a growing sense of rightness and flow in your life. These signs aren't coincidences. They're evidence that you're aligning with your highest good and that the universe is responding to your clear intention and positive energy. Living as if also means maintaining faith in your vision, even when external evidence seems to contradict it. This requires a deep trust in the process of creation and a willingness to let your inner knowing guide you rather than relying solely on what your physical senses can perceive. Your vision exists first in the realm of possibility before it appears in physical form. Your job is to hold steady in that knowing until the physical reality catches up. As you practice embodying your vision, you'll find that the process becomes as rewarding as the destination. You're not just waiting for your dreams to come true. You're becoming the person who naturally lives those dreams. You're developing the qualities, the mindset, and the energy that make your vision inevitable rather than just possible. This transformation happens gradually and gently. Some days you'll feel completely aligned with your vision, and other days you might feel like you're starting over. Both experiences are part of the journey. What matters is that you keep coming back to love, keep returning to your vision, and keep choosing thoughts and actions that support your highest good. My dear friend, as we come to the end of our time together today, I want you to take a moment to appreciate yourself for the commitment you've made to your own growth and happiness. Simply by being here, by opening your heart to new possibilities, by being willing to dream and create, you've already begun a profound transformation. You are braver and more powerful than you know. Everything we've explored together, clearing your mental canvas, building self-love, learning to visualize clearly, understanding the mind-body-spirit connection, developing daily practices, working with resistance, and embodying your vision. These are not just concepts to think about. They are tools for you to use, practices for you to embrace, and pathways for you to walk. But remember, you don't need to be perfect at any of this. You just need to be willing to try, to be gentle with yourself as you learn, and to trust in your own innate ability to create a beautiful life. Your dreams are not random wishes or impossible fantasies. They are glimpses of your potential, calling cards from your soul, invitations to grow into the fullest expression of who you came here to be. When you honor these dreams with your attention, your love, and your commitment, you honor the deepest part of yourself. You also contribute something beautiful and unique to the world, because when you're living from your authentic joy and purpose, you naturally uplift everyone around you. Start where you are, with what you have, right now. You don't need to wait until you feel more confident, more worthy, or more ready. You don't need special circumstances or perfect conditions. You just need your willingness to begin, your commitment to be kind to yourself along the way, and your trust that the universe is always supporting your highest good. Begin today with just one small step. Maybe it's 5 minutes of morning visualization, writing 3 things you're grateful for, or simply speaking to yourself more lovingly. Choose something that feels manageable and joyful, and let that be your starting point. Remember, small, consistent steps create profound transformations over time. Trust the process, trust yourself, and trust that your dreams are already on their way to you. Every thought of love you think, every moment of gratitude you feel, every action you take in alignment with your vision is weaving the tapestry of your new reality. You are more powerful than you know, more loved than you can imagine, and more capable of creating magic in your life than you might currently believe. Go gently, go lovingly, and know that I'm sending you all my love and support as you step into this beautiful adventure of conscious creation. Your life is a masterpiece in progress, and you are both the artist and the canvas. Paint it with love, fill it with joy, and watch as it becomes more beautiful than you ever dared to dream possible.